Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's BrickOwl o'clock. The most diverse brick haul I've ever done, in that we've got a lovely subscriber package to my PO box address. Sorry Robin. We've got a BrickLink package, we've got a package from Bricks and Pieces, a little envelope from eBay, and my very first order from BrickOwl, which is a kind of a BrickLink competitor. Wow, 5 packages. Let's get going. Okie dokie. Well, no hanging around because we've got a lot to get through, and obviously we have to start with the most generous of all, which is the PO box contribution. And if you want to send something to the channel for a future brick haul, you can by sending it to the same PO box address. I've got another one lined up. That's a smaller one that's just arrived, but I'm going to only do one today, spread them out a little bit, given that we've got so many other packages. Wow, and it is a literal mixed bag of all sorts of stuff in here, all sorts of goodie. Oh, golly, what's that? Sort of Ninjago spinner of some sort. And a letter. Hello, Robin. My name is Stephen. I have my own YouTube channel, UK Brick Builder. Included in this parcel is a selection of usable yellow heads and hands. Lovely, I can see that. And some figures and pants that may be of use when building Brick Nottingham 2.0. Oh, parts. Sorry, handwriting issue. Also included are some Lego rubbers for city planning, drawings, and a coaster. Wow, love watching your videos. Keep them coming, Stephen. Yes, well, we've been keeping the updates on the new city coming, and we've been keeping these hauls coming, but not so many builds recently just because of, wow, everything going on, including all the noise. But I hope to improve on that in the coming weeks. Anyway, wow, so we've got a Yoda coaster. Oh, I like that. With his lightsaber and the X-Wing flying by as well. Hopefully the camera's picking that up as much as it is in real life. I like that. Could use that over here with my Lego mug. Very nice. What else did we say? Oh, rubbers. Yeah, so razors, Chima ones in different colours, looking like 2x4 bricks. Very useful indeed. They will be good for city planning. So there is a Nexo Knight, not Nexo Knights, Ninjago spinner, presumably. Or is it from a game, maybe, with these skulls on and these hearts? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's sort of almost like a dice, isn't it? With these blobs on the outside. So I think you must have had to spin it, and then maybe that's the roll that you made. I don't know. Kind of reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons. Not that I ever did that myself, but yeah, very interesting piece. Ideas for how to include that. I'm kind of tempted to use it upside down as an umbrella. Maybe in my knights kind of thing, as a kind of, I don't know, what would you call those, sort of sentry box or something like that? That could be the roof of it, or even a tent where a knight's getting ready, and maybe these are his symbols. Very interesting indeed, though the skull would be upside down if I did that. Anyway, that's very interesting. We've got some 2x4s from the home of the Lego brick. Wow. Yeah. I mean, they're just regular 2x4s, are they? It seems a shame to take them out just to use them for that. But anyway, thanks for that, Stephen. Some hands and heads. I mean, this is actually really useful because I do tend to run out of hands because I'm changing all of the skin tone characters, obviously, to yellow, and I've got to get them from somewhere. And when you buy them individually, they're surprisingly expensive. So, well, because everyone needs them, I suppose. So we've got a lady, a green-eyed guy, some, spectacles, a smile, sunglasses, safety goggles, whoop, beard, yep, baddie, goatee, yep. Oh, and she looks very happy on the top. I like that one best, I think. Don't really recognise that. She's kind of got little dots of makeup. Maybe that's a video one or something like that. Yeah, I don't recognise that one. Interested if you know where the top one is. I might look for that in the catalogue after this, but that's really good. Hands very useful. And then, wow, all sorts of stuff. So let's do these big ones first. Now, you probably saw that in a recent haul with these sort of shark mouth stickers. So they're going to be quite useful if I put them on a submarine or on the front of a boat or something. I'll probably have to chop them and change them a little bit because I don't think I want them on that piece. Police kind of plane front. Now, you might have sent me this because I'm trying to build that aircraft. What is it, 3181? And this is the front piece. It doesn't have the right stickers on it, so I probably still need to do that. And besides, I think I've got it in an upcoming order that's probably in the postal service as we speak. But that's a very thoughtful thing to send. And that doesn't even look like Lego to me. Is it? No, it doesn't seem to be at all. I don't know what that is, but anyway, thanks very much for that. Then we've got all sorts of minifigures in here. Oh, I've seen him. I've almost been tempted to buy him. He's the sort of chief from the, what is it, Forbidden Island or something in Ninjago. He's called something like Chief Mammoth or something like that, but he's rather cool, isn't he? I love the headdress. Oh, he'll be a good baddie in my city. And it's got a very sort of nice dark orange cloak as well. Yeah, I don't know where he would go, though. Where would he go? He almost needs to be in a museum or something like that. He's sort of got kind of, what's he got? Kind of Polynesian vibes, but also kind of Inca Aztec vibes, if you ask me. South America. So, yeah, he's really fun. I like him. Thanks very much for him, Stephen. Got some SSP, or I may as well do it properly, some super secret police parts. A BCO1 and the big logo. That's fantastic. Oh, and some smaller bits as well there from the doors of the car. I've got a pair, so that's really useful. So that'll be good for a future SSP build. We've got this torso. I think that's from the Evil Robot series minifigure, yeah. A skeleton. Oh, lovely. A Crown Knight body. That'll be very useful indeed. Oh, and some helmets for it. So they'll be going straight into the castle scenes. And one of the newer Black Falcon's tops. I think that's from the Falconer Lady, isn't it? Yeah. Then we've got Diver. A very interesting robot setup there using these antenna pieces. I've never seen them used in that way before. Through a grill piece on the bottom there to make a kind of SSP weird robot thing. You'll have to tell me more about that in the comment section. That is very intriguing indeed. Bit of an illegal build, but very, very interesting. Kind of needs a head, if you ask me. Oh, and there's an SSP's kind of motorcycle helmet. And, oh, nice purple torso. Do you know what? I need a purple torso for reasons I may explain later. And that's almost perfect, actually. Haha, I like that. Very good. Then we've got kind of a medieval wench's torso there. Very nice indeed. A Dr. Inferno henchman one. The series Snake Charmer torso with the beads and so on. And Aqua Raiders, yeah, top there. Two of those. They're really good colour actually, aren't they, with that blue? I like that a lot. So yeah, some really good minifigure parts already. And then the final bag of Stephen's lovely, generous contribution to the channel is this. Some nice decorated kind of dome bits. They almost look like, I don't know, jellyfish tops or something like that, or eyes. They look very much like eyes, actually, but I kind of prefer the idea of jellyfish tops. There's Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Got him, I think. I need to use him, though. Pink Frog. Some other bits. Another Diver. Oh, he's a Ninjago one, isn't he? With all the sort of kind of tied up bandana type diving helmet type thing. Yep. Ship's Wheel for Under the Sea. Miners. Fire Brigade. Tread plate stickers. Lovely. Radar. Game Over. Oh, that's good for a game. Computer game. Arctic Jungle. Yay! So you've got both of my favourite stickers covered here. Tread plates and stripy hazard ones. And another hazard one. Big tread plate. And which way up does this go? There we go. Oh, a lovely dragon one from Ninjago as well. So yeah. Oh, and I'm going to guess that is, yes, I think it is a Jurassic Park island and sort of data sheet for dinosaurs. If we ever do a museum, or maybe to add to that T-Rex wagon going around. Lots of interesting tiles. And there's a sign here. Oh, golly, what's that? Is that a mouse? Or a guinea pig? Or something? And then a flag for the Crown Knights. Wow, and a nice action piece here as well. Wow, that is really, really good assortment. Thank you so much, Stephen. That is really nice contribution. I think I'll be able to put most of those to use. I think the most interesting piece of all is this guy. He's super cool. Where should he go? Answers in the comments section. Right, I'm going to push all of this back and then we can get on with the next package. Right, thanks again, Stephen. The next one in line is this that I have already opened from eBay just to check on its condition because, well, it was something quite exciting. I was very excited to get into it. And it's this lovely dragon cape. So obviously that is where the minifigure neck goes, and it's down the back to decorate a dragon knight of some description. This came on a few sets, including 6082 Fire Breathing Fortress from 1993, where it's on the knight at the bottom right there. And I just thought it looked beautiful, and they're quite few and far between, even on BrickLink. So I went ahead and got this one from eBay, and it is lovely, isn't it? I just love that old style Lego dragon. It's a tiny bit grubby maybe around the top, but I can give that a gentle wash using soapy suds, and yeah, maybe give it a bit of a pressing as well, because I think there's the remnants of a crease up there, but to be honest, it'll get another crease when it is around somebody's neck. So that is just lovely, isn't it? It's amazing these pieces have lasted this long, though that's only since 93, I suppose. But even so, it is 30 years. So that is a very nice piece to add to my growing castle collection. And I just love that. So yeah, brilliant. So that is eBay covered, PO box covered. Next, let's do pick a brick wall. Now this is kind of half, or rather Lego bricks and pieces. This is kind of half of an order in that, well, actually it's about a third of an order, because now they send you them separately, the bestseller parts and then the standard parts from different warehouses, I think. So this is just the bestseller parts that I wanted. First of all, I got loads of these 1x2 plates with the rounded corners to see if they were a bit stronger, because it was suggested in the comment section they would be, holding railway carriages together using the stud on the buffer pieces to strengthen the magnetic connections. I currently use those 1x2 kind of grill pieces, much like on the bottom of this thing here, but they aren't that grippy actually, and these are very grippy. So yeah, I reckon that's a really good idea. So I'm going to try that out. So I've got a wedge of those. Then some odd minifigure pieces I've already just sort of pieced together so we can see them better. I think the bottom one is from Dreams, and there's a new pilot, another torso, interesting head there, and interesting hairpiece. Very nice indeed. Got a couple of these kind of coffee cups, but I'm thinking they're hot chocolate. Sometimes on the continent, if you buy hot chocolate in Europe, you get it in a glass mug. So I thought that would be absolutely perfect for that. So maybe where there's a coffee shack or something, a couple of people have gone for a continental Belgian hot chocolate or something like that. Then this will become clear when the other part of the order arrives, but this is just the A key from that typewriter. I've got a couple more coming that should make for an interesting billboard. These are really interesting. So it's a 1x1 plate, obviously, in sand blue. But these are incredibly rare, or were before 2023, and I didn't realise they'd actually made it into normal circulation. But these things were going for a couple of pound each because they were just absolutely unheard of. I don't think they were even official pieces. So they must have tried them at Lego, and that's why there was so few of them about. But anyway, I put some absolutely years ago on my wanted list just to sub out for a couple on the back of the brick bank on the side where it's really ugly, near the stairs on the ground floor, and they just use 1x1 plates of a different colour in a sand blue wall. And so I put these on the wanted list on the off chance that one day they would be costing sort of 3p each or something, and that day has come. In fact, I missed that day. I think that day came about a year ago, but I've now noticed and got two of those just to plug up a wall that probably no one will see, and maybe in Brick Nottingham 2.0 will be completely up against the side of another modular building, and nobody will notice the difference at all. But I'll know they're there, and that's important. Right, then we got a couple more interesting torsos. A different sort of dinner jacket one, which is very nice, and this lovely grey jumper one, or cardigan I suppose, with back prints on as well. Nice head print there from the Viking, and a few more head prints from Dreams and other lines as well. I really like this worried one at the second top, who is also the third top one, just two-sided. So some really nice ones there. I like this guy with the glasses as well. And that's that old lady from the Dreams set. So yeah, really interesting selection there. More on the way for the standard parts. And those standard parts will also fill in the gaps here, because I thought I'd get a Viking contingent, which is basically all the people from the set 21343 Viking Village from 2023, which is a very cool set, but it's not one that I want. I can't really use it very well. But this guy is one of the inhabitants of that. I've left his neck up because he needs something in there. I can't remember what it was. Was it? Oh, shoulder pads or something. That's just to remind me. There's 2/3 of this lady. There's 3/4 of this guy, and I just varied up the horns, some with cow horns and some with sort of tooth horns, just to make it more interesting. Got the tiles from the same set. So there's the, what do you call it, blacksmith, I suppose. And there are 2 sort of decorative ones with the kind of sea dragon on, or worm, or whatever you'd call it in Norse mythology. And then lots of bows and arrows, including this sort of black composite bow, which I don't think is probably right for medieval times, but I might use it just for variety. And then the shield. So I've got 2 of the blue and red ones and 2 of the yellow and gold ones. Absolutely fabulous. So by the end of that, because there's a 4th Viking as well that I'm getting the parts where I guess they're on the standard parts as well, I'll have a full Viking contingent, either to be storming Brick Nottingham 2.0 in a longboat, I don't know, or maybe they'll just have turned up for the joust because they've heard of the wonderful prize that is on offer for the winner. So maybe they've come to a joust with bows and arrows, or maybe there's an archery competition, because I think they had those every time they had a joust as well. Cool, so that is that. So 3 out of 5 packages gone. Let's do BrickLink next, shall we? Let's get into this. So the name of this order, I always sort of write down a reminder of what I'd ordered in each package, was flag. And that's because I have treated myself a second time in 1 week to another cloth part, actually. So we got that cloth part and another rare cloth part, which should be in here. And I'm pretty sure this one is of good quality, because I asked for a photograph before buying it, because it was even more than that one. And I'm going to start with that. It is here. Dun, dun, dun. Is it 2-sided? Oh, wow, it is. Very good. Actually, I think I knew that because I did ask for photos and he sent me 2 with it going different ways. Let me be careful taking this out. Oh, now that is good quality, isn't it? Wow, that is a really nice flag with a crown on top of an anchor with a blue boundary on a white field. That looks absolutely lovely. So why do I want this? Well, it came on the set 6280 Armada flagship from 1996, so about the same age. And oh golly, there's a really nice green cannon base on that set, isn't there? And that curved fencing green as well. Ooh, yummy. Wouldn't mind those. I think they're both unique to that set. But yeah, this is on the top of the mast of that lovely Armada flagship, with this being the flag of the flagship. And I've got absolutely no idea how I'm going to use it. So yeah, it was just something that I saw and thought, oh wow, I really want that. I was basically looking for some other parts, and when I found that a store had this, which is on my maybe not list, I thought, golly, am I going to treat myself? Am I? And obviously the answer was yes. So I did treat myself, and I'm glad I did. So obviously it has to be something nautical, something near the harbour, probably in the new city. I mean, it could go on a flagpole just at the marina or something like that, and could be the marina type sort of flagpole, or it could be maybe at the fishing shop or something like that, or maybe at the harbour itself. I quite like the idea of the marina having a nice flag billowing in the wind. Maybe we've got a harbour master in the bigger new city. But that is an absolutely beautiful cloth piece that I'm going to delicately put back into its little baggie to keep it nice and protected. So yeah, 2 amazing old pieces there. Right, so let's tuck into the rest of all of this. And the first is another Crown Knight. I said the other week I was needing some Crown Knights. We've got one over there, and we've got another one here. So this one is actually a bit cheaper than usual, because he actually came on a couple of non-castle sets, so I guess people don't find him as easily. He's the Gallant Guard from set 70806, Castle Cavalry from 2014, which is a Lego movie set, of course, which looks pretty cool, if you ask me. So yeah, the fact that he's kind of in the wrong part of the catalogue in some respects makes him less in demand, because people don't know where to look for him. So the price is actually about half of what it'd be if he came in a castle set. So I'm very happy to be the beneficiary of that oddity. I managed to find all these things by spending far too long in the evenings in front of the TV, not really watching the TV and just scrolling through category after category to find interesting parts, as you probably guessed. Now this is another interesting part. It's some 6x6 tiles in dark turquoise, but with this really interesting sort of roof shingles pattern. and I like it a lot. So I could use two kind of back to back like that, or maybe as a facade, just have one side fully catered for, or a one-sided roof, of course. So that's really nice, and it's unique to the set 41167 Arundel Castle Village from 2019, which is a Frozen 2 set apparently. That's the one with the mermaids, isn't it? Yeah? Oh, no, hold on. That's Mulan, isn't it? No, Pocahontas? I don't know. Anyway, these are really nice and quite vivid, so I like them a lot. No idea what build they're going to go on, but I've got lots of new space in the new Lego room, so basically finding a place for a building with this on the roof ain't going to be a problem. Very happy with that. Here's a window that's usually found on a train or a boat. Which one am I going to use it for? This is for a specific build. That's been on sets like 70431, The Lighthouse of Darkness from 2020, at the top there a few times. A set that's since been eclipsed quite badly by the massive expensive lighthouse that is in my city, so probably less in demand now. Might be really good value on eBay, who knows. I've got a nice curved cylinder piece there for a build that I've been promising for about 2 years, that I've actually designed now and I'm buying the parts for. So there is some benefit to this lack of build videos at the moment. I am doing some good designing. Here is Murloc's lower half on a particular Murloc that came with a book, the Book of Knights from 2016, and that is to add to the torso that I already had, where he's got this kind of memory stick on there, and I've already got the hat as well. So technically all I need is the beard and the head, which I could use any old beard and head, quite frankly, but that is quite a special beard with a knot in the middle halfway down. And the head is really quite cool, actually. He's got kind of a raised eyebrow and a winky look. You can't really see it behind all that facial hair. So arguably it's completely pointless, or at least wasted on this figure. But I might still be in the market for that head if I can find one, but it is pretty rare. But if I get a random white beard and any old head with just some eyes peering over the top of it, I think that'll do. But yeah, I have to think how to use him, given that he has got a memory stick. It is a bit odd, isn't it? So anyway, those parts are clean. That one will need washing. Here's another interesting part. In it, it's one of these dome pieces, but with all the sort of facets on that I used as my golf ball on my lovely golf sign, which I really like. Actually, it's one of the best billboards I've done. But this obviously is not in white. This is in trans neon yellow or green, and this is often used as a bug's eye in all of the insectoid sets like 6969 dudes 6969 dudes, the Celestial Stinger from 1998. So yeah, this is to cap a kind of new build, another one that I've designed recently, a new build for an old line. That's all I'm going to tell you on that one. But it's it's kind of a bit of a Warhammer 40k-ism of an existing line that I'm going to try and incorporate into my city in a really fun, big, disastrous scene. I'm going to need another one of these, though, and quite a few other parts as well. These are interesting. The very mucky TV 6 Plus signs that I'm collecting on both the sort of white tiles, the 2x2 one, and these ones, whenever I see them. So when I do a TV station, I can cake it in branded stickers, and these ones came on the helicopter, of course, in 60097 City Square from 2015, which is the set the orange tram comes from. So that is very nice. I think I haven't got any of those. I've got loads of the white ones, but not them. I've got another Bang Bang Club, which came with all the cavemen and the cyclopes, which is the plural of cyclops, I'm reliably told by Google. I think this specific colour, the dark bluish grey, came on the Series 9 Cyclops, because all of the cavemen had wooden ones, of course. And I pinched a lot of mine for my Smash a Frog game. So yeah, I need them if I'm going to have my Cyclops army going to battle in the new underground areas that will have a lot more space for in the new city as well. You know, I started that lower table. It took me a lot of effort to get that in, actually. And now I think with the new Lego room, I'm going to have vast amounts of underground space, because the entire sort of viewing corridor, I suppose we'll need to call it now, rather than viewing sort of single angle, is going to have, well, the whole cross section of the table height to play with underground. So, I mean, the opportunities there are endless. That goes to that same build. I've got a lot of hinges in red and in green, so you might be able to guess what sort of thing that's going to go to, but that is another build that I just put together in recent days. So that's something else I'm collecting for. Other bits, we've got tiles and brackets and bits and bobs. They're all for something specific, but not too interesting individually. We do have this chunky helmet in what the catalogue calls speckle black silver. You can kind of see why, I suppose. Very nice colour, actually. Usually found on fantasy era trolls, but it reminds me of the X-Men baddie Juggernaut. Please, Lego. Please, Lego. Make me a X-Man Juggernaut. That's what I want for Christmas, please. Preferably a whole series of X-Men figures, but definitely Juggernaut. And he'll have to be a big fig or something, or a Hagrid-sized one at least. Anyway, that is really nice. So this came in sets like 7078, King's Battle Chariot, on one of the trolls at the back left there from 2009. But I do quite like that chariot. It's very chunky and kind of pointy with all those blades on the front. Very nice. And I would love to get my hands on some of those troll shields. They look awesome, but I think they're really expensive. But that is a nice helmet for somebody who, it looks really thick, doesn't it? Somebody who needs a great deal of protection. And then I think there's one more interesting part in here, which is just, that's good. It's in perfect condition. It was a replacement for one that was kind of coming up at the sides that I did try and repair, and it didn't come out quite as well as I wanted. But that is this part from the Space Police set, 5970 Freeze Ray Frenzy from 2009. So yeah, I couldn't find that build. I've put it somewhere silly. But anyway, when I find it, I don't think this even needs moving. I can put that straight on, and that build will be done. Because I was thinking of having all those flyers going around my Ninjago city. You know, like Coruscant on the Star Wars films, when you see the kind of roads in the sky, where you've got all the cars kind of, well, flying for a start, but all in, well, roads in the middle of the air. I was kind of thinking that would be good, because there's just no space on the ground in Ninjago City for roads. I haven't seen the cartoon ever, actually, so maybe that's what happens already, or maybe something else happens. I don't know, but you'll have to tell me again in the comments section. I really know very little about things that I don't watch. So yeah, that's a really good haul. 4 packages out of 5. Now let's get on to the last one of all, which is the BrickOwl package. Now, I have never been on BrickOwl before, partially because I found that the choice is a lot less, and I've got all of my wanted lists on BrickLink, and it just makes it, well, very hard to find the pieces that I want without typing them all in individually one by one to see if anyone's got them. And then to find somebody who's got a load of them, well, it's just really difficult. And I'm very used to the tried and tested method with BrickLink. But this time I had a real reason to try BrickOwl, and that was because I'd kind of been looking in the catalogue, which is always dangerous if you're like me, but I'd seen a wonderful set that I kind of fell in love with. Not all of it, but just the ship. And that was set 6560 Diving Expedition Explorer from 1997. And I thought it was excellent as a kind of diving supply ship. And I really liked its shape, and it was a bit different. So I thought I could do that and maybe make it a bit more modern with some more modern pieces. But I would need some of the old-fashioned pieces to make it kind of authentic to the original. So yeah, I started looking for all of the pieces, and clearly a lot of people have been on this road before me, because there were none. Or if there was one, it was in like a shop in Germany all on its own or something like that, with another part all alone in a shop in the Netherlands or something like that. I would have had to spend, you know, £100 sourcing all of these individual rare pieces that have been in very few sets indeed. And there's 5 really important pieces for the bow that's made up sort of out of bricks from sort of the sea level to the sort of top there. And there's 2 really interesting panel pieces as well in blue. And well, just as I say, nobody had these pieces. So I was almost going to give up, and I thought, well, and I've done this a few times, I'll try BrickOwl. And every time I've tried BrickOwl before, it has not been any better. But this point, this time rather, there was somebody that had several of them. In fact, not several of them, all of them. All of the parts I needed, and they were UK based. What? So that is this seller here. So I'm hoping in here to find all of the parts that all of the rare parts that I needed for recreating that set and bringing it up into 2024. And just another final point on that, actually, the reason why I wanted this ship was to kind of create a real link between my cabinet and my new city, which will have more sea space, because the top of my cabinet, of course, is completely chocker already with ships. So I don't need another diving supply ship. But if I've got one in a city and it's using some of the iconography from the cabinet, then maybe that links the two areas together. Anyway, that was my thinking. So we've got some free stuff. We have got some polybags here, which I did not order, but we've got a very welcome city one with a skateboarder and girl with apple. Fantastic. Wow, this is weird. Sometimes you get a freebie, but I've got loads of friends' flowers, right? Ooh, kind of racing car. That looks a bit like a sort of, what they call milk crate car or something. What do they call them? Soapbox derby cars. Looks a bit remedial, but wow, thanks very much, vendor. Oh, and a letter, which is a bit odd, from an order to Robin. Somebody's clearly clocked me again. This hasn't happened for a while. It's happened a couple of times on BrickLink. Let's read the letter to Robin. First of all, thank you for your order. Hopefully you are Robin Hood Bricks from YouTube. Yes, I am. In capitals, I am a massive fan and probably one of the first to watch your videos. Lol. Oh, well, you'll see this one straight away. I'm obsessed and always waiting for the next one. This is all in capitals. That's why I'm saying it like this. I look forward to seeing Brick Nottingham 2.0, or you are a fan, come to life. I'm sure, as always, you will come up with some fantastic ideas. Keep up the great work. Enjoy the extra couple of polybags. Ah, that makes sense now. Paul. Ah, well, a big thank you to Paul then, who's actually done a contribution to the channel of these 3 polybags, completely unpaid for. They'll be really good. I like this one especially. Yeah, some really good minifigures in that. And then I suppose the rest of the bag is my order. Right. Oh, over the head it goes. Should we do the boring ones first? I've very, very, very slightly just started to order parts for the new city. I'm going to need, in due course, an absolute shed load of train track pieces. Straight ones, mainly, in fact entirely, because I've got enough corners. And therefore I'm going to have to ballast it all. So I've just started getting things like 2x4s in dark bluish grey. These were cheap, about 2p each or something. I'm going to need 1 million of the 1x1 round grey plates. So if you are ever near a bricks and pieces wall and they've got an absolute load of them, if you get me a big sort of packet of those, that'll probably sort me out and it will save me a lot of money. But anyway, I'm not begging, but that would be really useful. That's my dream anyway. So I've got an absolute loads of those. I'm probably going to need loads and loads more, but anyway. Then we've got a couple of plates and things that I do need for this build as well. The yellow bricks for under the sea, inverted slopes, and a couple of blue ones for the boat. Ah, yeah, there we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. These things, I think I'm going to need about 1,000 or 2,000 of these. And this is like a, I don't know, 100 or 200. And I don't think it will touch the sides because for every sort of that much of track, I go through about 4 or 5 pieces. So anyway, tip all those on the pile. Oh, I can start to see the rare pieces. Find these bags quite hard to open. Right. Oh wow, they're not even stained either. That is a good white for such an old piece. I mean, the set that it comes from is 1997, so I think that's incredible. So that's one of the pieces for the bow. There's another one. Again, amazing, because blue can kind of fade as well. There's number 3, that's the top one. And there's number 4. That is awesome. So basically it goes that one, then the white one. It's quite a fun brick built bow. I don't really have any of these, I don't think, in my city. And then I thought, oh no, he's only got 4 of them, but he'll never have the stickered one. And he did. He's got the stickered one as well. So it's absolutely unbelievable. Let's see if this one's faded or in good quality. Looks all right. Why are the stickers in? Oh, the sticker's a bit nicked and old, but I mean, come on. 30 years of age, you would be a bit nicked. And that one's actively damaged. Oh, it's sort of hanging on for dear life. I'm going to be careful with that one. That's sort of repairable. Did you see that tiny bit of sticker hanging off for dear life? So yeah, I'm not going to prod that anymore. I'm going to get the glue out and try and help that and get some hot tea involved. Try and fix that using my patented hot tea technique. Very good indeed. But anyway, that, if I was touching it, would go on next. And then we'd have the kind of deck bit as well. So imagine the white stripe is twice as big. So those are the 5 pieces for the bow that absolutely nobody has. Got some other sort of blue plates for the underside. Sort of continue on all of that. Then we've got some of these clamp pieces in white. They're a little off colour, but quite frankly, I quite like a little bit of white pieces being off colour when it's an old set. It kind of makes it look a bit older. Oh, and here are the other 2 rare pieces. I said there are 7. Those are the 5 bow ones, and these are the really weird panel pieces that kind of hold up the crane. Oh, wow, they are absolutely minty fresh. So clearly, Paul got this set, had this set, bought this set as part of a mixed haul and just put them all in the catalogue. I mean, wow. Whoever had this originally really looked after them, because they are great. And you aren't going to find that piece very easily. Definitely not 2 of them, and definitely not in this condition. So I feel really spoilt. So they're part 2448, and they are lovely. I'm dying to build this ship now. Yes, so we basically got that, the cab on the front, the crane behind that, and then a great big long bit for all of the supplies for under the sea. Wow, and then we've got one more bag, which I think is just going to be more generic pieces for that build. Blue bricks for the blue stripe, white bricks for the white stripes, lots of slopes and the inverted ones for those sort of really interestingly shaped supports. Very shippy, very good looking. Some funnel pieces in black and so on. I think I've got everything I need for this. I had quite a bit of it already, but with those rare pieces sorted, we are now in action. So that is the end of our haul, and what a fantastic one it's been. The most diverse haul ever, with a package from 5 different sources: PO Box, eBay, Bricks and Pieces, BrickLink and BrickOwl, my very first. I'm very satisfied with it, even if I find it a lot harder to use than my favoured BrickLink. But yeah, absolutely wonderful, and so many parts for projects. I think this is the final parts for about 2 or maybe 3. So yeah, I can get building, and yeah, as soon as I get some time away from the builders, I can get some mocks done. Awesome news! What a fantastic haul. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Paul. Wow, loosely pushed together for now, but that just looks absolutely smashing. It's a really good look, isn't it? That's what got me going on that ship. And that's before we even get to these 2 very valuable and rare, lovely cloth pieces that I'm going to really enjoy using in my castle scene and in my harbour. Fantastic. Well, thanks again, Stephen and Paul. And as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome brick hauls. Do also subscribe to Robin Hood Bricks, my main channel, where you'll see all of these bricks being used in builds in the upcoming weeks and months. And if you value those channels, then do remember to support me by checking out the links in the description below. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, I am still trying to squeeze in a mock build. I've got a few lined up now in between this and the next update on the new Lego room, which will be coming in definitely on Monday. And then next week we'll have another brick haul. So until all of that, oh, lovely pieces. I can't wait to get my hands on you. Until all of that, see you. Yeah, that's cool.